What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. NFL trade deadline. Will Shedeur Sanders stay? Which I'm more than likely he will. And I'm going to talk about why. Can Coach Prime turn it around and beat West Virginia? It's going to be a hostile environment up in Morgantown. I've been there before. You think Philadelphia Eagles fans is crazy? Morgantown will be is a hostile environment. Man, you don't know how hostile Morgantown is. In fact, that might be a hard game just because of the crowd. Just because of the crowd in Colorado have a lot of things that don't broke down here. If they can control the run game, then they in the game. They should be okay if they can control it. But you never watched the West Virginia home game? No, you have to be there. Not watch it on not watch it on TV. You actually be physically there. It's crazy. It's just like Philly. More than likely, if you have a Colorado jersey on, you're gonna get in a fight, or you almost will get in a fight, or you just walk away. But yeah, man, people step to you. You always have that one crazy one that'll step to you. And but it's fun though, you know what I'm saying? At the same time. But you will have a lot of hecklers though. And but for the most part, it's fun up there. College town, they into their football. So that should be if they can win that game, they can win out and get to a bowl game. If they can beat West Virginia at home and beat them convincingly, they can win the next two games because they have a bye week after that. I don't think Shadeur is getting traded, man. There's been some speculation. He's in the rumor mill, but he's not heavy in the rumor mill. Njoku is. The Joku name is coming up several times here. But yeah, and the Joku name is coming up. But at the same time, Shadeur is not heavily being talked about too much in the rumor mill. But his name has come up though. So West Virginia will be a test. If they can beat West Virginia, they can win out and get to a bowl game. But a lot of people are. This is the first time since Coach Prime has coached there that he's under scrutiny. He's under a lot of scrutiny. I just saw Matt McChesney on Jason Whitlock show, and he was on. I knew he was going on Jason Whitlock show. He was on Jason Whitlock, and Jason Whitlock saying he's running a gay program, and it's very disrespectful, man. A lot of people out there, they just don't like him. Um, and they want to see him fail. They do. And he has a lot of changes to make. Number one, they had a change at that quarterback position. But I don't know. I don't know who's going to play in the quarterback position. I'm assuming it's still going to be Salter, but more than likely he might be under the pressure to play Juju now because fans want to see him. At least let us see him before he may leave. You know what I'm saying? But there's no indication that he's leaving. At least I don't see it because he said, he's constantly saying, "Thank you, God, for giving my opportunity." He's heavily found has a foundation in his faith. He was happy to play last week. He got his first touchdown pass. He was very thankful of that. I don't see any indication, but the one indication is if he redshirt, if he is, if he's preserving his red shirt, that's a business decision because okay, they didn't play me this year, but I might have an opportunity to go start and play somewhere else, and I still have my 4 years. So that's going to be a decision him and his family is going to make. Um, You know, that's what I would say there. Um, and it might be a decision a lot of the players might make. And it's not personal at the end of the day. Just be like, oh, they're not going to leave. Well, we don't know that. It's a business decision. I'm like, I want to get to the draft. I want to get as high as I can. I don't want to catch any strays here. There's a lot of people caught strays. I mean, well, I'm thinking we're so much of a target, they might take it out on me in the draft. But I don't think. I think it was an isolated incident with Shedeur. They wanted to get at him and his dad, pretty much. There were rumors that Coach Prime might could take over Cleveland Browns. I don't think that's going to happen, but it was a rumor mill that I had addressed yesterday. I don't think that's likely. Um, I'd rather for Shadeur to earn his stripes on his own. I don't want it to be like his dad come coach and now he's the starter. That's not how you earn your stripes because he's not going to get any respect in the league. That's one thing to do it in high school, but as far as the NFL, he got to earn that on his own because what I'm saying, he's not going to get no respect. What I'm saying, like, oh, you're starting because of your dad. No, go through this on your own and start because he's good enough to do that. He's good enough to do this on his own. You see all the work he put in. You see how bigger he's gotten. He's put in a lot of work. He looks way bigger than he was when he was a quarterback there last year. So let him earn it on his own. And that's cool. I thought about the fact, coach coming in, it just don't look right. It won't look right. It won't. You know what I'm saying? He got to earn that on his own, man. He's a grown man now. Let him do it on his own. That's it. And he'll get his respect. He'll get his respect that way. College is like, because he's never had another coach before. Kevin Stefanski is the second head coach he's ever had in his whole life. Kevin Stefanski is the second. Coach Prime has always been his coach, all even throughout high school, throughout Pop Warner. But I mean, he may have had a coach before that, then coach that he had to take over. So he did have a coach before that, but this is second head coach, really. So he has to go through, he has to whatever it is, he got to go through it, whatever they want to put him through. And if he goes to another team, earn his stripes that way. Because he will eventually play. So now, coach, I'm playing this by ear with Coach Prime. I don't see him coaching next year. I don't see it. But if he surprised me and come back to Colorado, then I'm all for it. But after the end of the season, I don't expect him to come back. I'll be surprised if he comes back. I'll be surprised. Not that he's going to another college, because if he goes to another college, they're going to have to buy that 14 million. They're going to have to buy him out of his contract. But if he decides he wants to retire and just that's it, he don't owe anything. But I will be surprised he come back after the stuff that people are saying now. Actually, I don't know. He probably don't want to go out a loser either. You know what I'm saying? That he's a super competitor. He don't want to go out a loser. But at the end of the day, he may not even care about a Colorado like that. He might not. The reason why I say that is because Colorado has more to gain than he do. He don't need Colorado. His football time is over. You know what I'm saying? He's already been in the broadcast booth and retired from that. So this is kind of different. Usually people retire from coaching and get in broadcasting. He's already been in it already. And so if he comes back next year, I'm all for it though. You know what I'm saying? I hope he come back to Colorado as the coach, but he had a lot of health issues. You know what I'm saying? He had to have a surgery, then come back, and then people like Matt McChesney talking shit. They don't respect nothing he did. They don't respect anything. Now they talking about the rappers he brought up there. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect nothing about him at all. Like, why would you be there? These people don't respect you like that, man. Yeah, they would respect him more in the HBCUs. that even though he'll get a little, even though he was getting a little hate there, you know what I'm saying? He was getting a little hate there, but at the end of the day, man, yeah, these people, they really don't respect him, man. They don't. They didn't care for him anyway. They didn't like the fact that his son didn't have to work for the position. He just came and took over. They didn't like none of that. They didn't like the Louis luggage speech because they low key clowning him about it now. They didn't like none of that. I'm telling you, I'm just being real. I'm calling how I see it. I wouldn't have recruited his son either, and he talking like that. That means he always had it in his heart, and coach saw it. He's always had that in his heart. You can't change nobody' opinion about you. Your life doesn't. Your life is not valued on somebody else's opinion. I had to learn that myself. Once you learn that, that part of the stress on your shoulders are gone. Even though you still have stress, right? Because life is stressful, but that part of the stress is gone. And that's a lot of weight on your shoulders trying to live up to other people's expectations. When you die, they're not coming with you. So when you get older, when you get older and you realize, you know, you get in your late 40s and stuff like that, you start to realize other people's opinion about you don't matter. They don't hold any weight anymore. And that part of the stress is over with. They don't hold no weight. So for him, I know the people opinions about him doesn't hold no weight. And it bothers them because they know their opinions don't matter to him. They don't matter. They don't matter. And they have their own because he's worried about the fight song. He said, you know what he said? He said he would wish they would play the fight song before. He said he would wish after a game they would sing the fight song before they start singing rap. He said that he don't like the culture. He don't like nothing about us. These people are hang around you. They'll smile in your face, but they don't like us. The only reason why we desegregated is because they needed our money. Because they realized what happened was after the Great Depression and stuff like that, we saved Cadillac. You can go Google it. We saved it. We actually saved the company Cadillac because we had money buried. We couldn't put our money in the banks because they didn't want our money in the banks because it was segregated. So we had money buried. Other people money in the bank, they took their money because it was like a total collapse. Um, but that's why everything went. They was like, well, we need these people money, man. Well, we can't get their money, sir, because everything's segregated. Fuck that, desegregate. Some of these people, they would never accept us, and nor should you ask for their acceptance. Nor should you. Nor should you ask for their acceptance at all. These people are evil. Some of these people, you got evil people in every demographic. You do. But you sitting there, that's what you can come up with? Big X the plug. He named a rapper. He said Big X the plug. He said this guy's supposed to be, you know, a Christian and he got Big X the plug saying motherfuck this, motherfuck that. That ain't Coach Prime saying it. That's Big X the plug saying it. And what does Big X the plug has to do with anything? People are entitled to their opinions, brown girl. You know what I mean? But I just see it. I said, okay, I see it for what it is. Okay, all right, you ain't really like them. And plus, they're gonna have an issue anyway with the money to get the players there. To get the players there, they're gonna have issues with the money. I never forget what let me see who said this. Um I can see his face right now, but I can't think of his name. Bill Russell. I never forget what Bill Russell said. He said he never won those championships for the city of Boston. He cared less about the city of Boston because he know they didn't like him. He won it for himself. And the team, they did it for themselves. They didn't do it for the city of Boston because they know the city of Boston, he couldn't come to certain areas in the city of Boston. He did it for himself. Yo, someone pick they not picking him up, man. They would have picked him up already. He's not getting picked up. But he's doing good on his own. I think he's gonna turn into like a destroying. You know that YouTube channel destroying? He's gonna be just like that. But you really don't even need football. He got so much brand deals and stuff like that. He won't even need it. He had to have seen through him though, Brown Girl. He had to have because he probably wasn't like, he just saw through him probably. You say, yeah, boosters are not giving any money for players. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have a problem to compete. It's a I know people are saying it's the scheme and stuff like that, and it's a schematic issue. I can see why people are saying that. It's also a personnel issue because the personnel is not studying film like they supposed to. Yeah, he say he pretended to be a support. His true feelings are coming out. I'd be surprised if he has Bucky on the speak again. Bucky knows what he's saying. I'm sure Bucky's heard it. Hold on a second. Yeah, so I think let me see. All right, all right, there we go. Yeah, I think we'll probably take it year by year to see what's going to happen next year, whether he comes back next year or hopefully he does. Um, because he did sign that extension, and I think he knows that it takes a couple years to rebuild this thing back up. Because what people don't understand is it's a total rebuild phase again. Because he had to rebuild from losing Travis and him. The personnel is not quite there yet. The personnel is not quite there yet to actually totally compete at this level. He do have some young players that he's building up right now because I know a lot of people saying that he got to hit the high school ranks a little more, and I agree. But however, some of the players that he has there now, he's building up. He got Draylon Miller from high school. He's coming along just fine. Camp Michael, he's coming along just fine, right? So he do have some freshmen that he is building up. They just had a lot of injuries. So you got to work through the injuries as well. Um, yeah, Juju, I heard he on the first team now. He got Juju there. Hopefully Juju stay. I don't have any in there. I don't there's no indication from what I see that he's leaving. But as far as the red shirt situation is concerned, if I was him, I would red shirt just so I can preserve those 4 years so I can be the starter. If he does need the red shirt, he might not need to. If he plays out the rest of the games and they get into a bowl game, I mean, that's good. That's good under his belt. So it's just his decision, you know. But if he decide to redshirt, I understand. But it's definitely going to be his team next year if he decides to stay. I don't see why not. And then, like I said, they have some good recruits coming in. And I know Matt said a lot of the recruits, a lot of specialty positions. Yeah, but he's just like me. He don't have a say so in this situation. He's doing just exactly what I'm doing, just sitting here commentating. You know, our opinions have no bearing or no weight on what Coach Prime is deciding to do with the team. And then a lot of people are saying he needs to fire his friends. Um, why though? Why do he need to fire Marshall Falk? Marshall Falk did real good this year with the run game. Why does he need to fire Coach Sapp? Coach Sapp he did a lot with Keaton Wade and Arden Walker. That's a success. Okay. Why does he need to fire the offensive line coaches? They improved this year. Now you might say, well, you might need to get rid of the offense and defensive coordinator. No, sure. Yeah, so you might say to yourself, why does he need to fire the defensive coordinator? We didn't talk about that last year because he had a lot of good personnel that made his job easy, you know, made him look good. You said we got a 4-star athlete today from IMG, right? So that means Seton not going nowhere. He's still recruiting for us. You said I think all the black quarterbacks in the NFL are being done wrong in some kind of way if you pay close attention. They're okay with Patrick Mahomes though. They're okay with Lamar Jackson because they giving Lamar Jackson props for what he did in the locker room. They gave Lamar Jackson a lot of props for that. He's tired of them playing games in that locker room and they not winning. He wants to get to the next level of winning. Mars said he's trying to win a damn championship out this piece. They like Lamar Jackson though. They do. But I agree with you. It's always been that way. I mean, we're not far removed from them thinking that we didn't have the mental capacity to play the position. It's not even that far long ago that they thought that. In fact, they used to make us take this test to see if we could if we had the mental capacity to play the spot or not. You said Patrick is different though. I know what you're saying. That's hilarious. Patrick Mahomes. You said I love when Miles threw his helmet. Oh, Miles Garrett. Well, sitting on the bench. And I don't know why they would think about trading the Joker. I hope that Shedeur is getting traded today to the Jets, but that's not happening. That's not happening. That is not happening, folks. And you might think to yourself, why? I think it's his back. I think he really was injured all this time. I think that's what it was, and they knew it. There's something, like I said, it's something behind the side, behind the scenes we don't know. There's something. But I remember when Shedeur said, "Damn, I almost thought I got in the game. I almost got in the game. They almost. But they probably like, nah, we're not putting him in the game for a little bit of time left for him to get hurt. We're not doing that." He said, no, his mom said he's not injured. So what is he rehabbing for? He said he's rehabbing. He said he remember when he came to Colorado, he was getting treatment. So he getting treatment for something. Well, he might not be injured. He might just be sore. See, that's a difference. He might not, yeah, he's not injured, but he may have tweaked something. You see what I'm saying? But they still have him tentative for to play in Saturday's game. I mean Sunday's game against the New York Jets. They still have him possibly playing. So he could just be sore. And they probably like, nah, we don't want to play him. Because remember, he might be insurance for Deshaun Jackson. I mean Deshaun Watson, excuse me. And also, he might be insurance there because if he comes back and he tweak his Achilles again, that's retirement. If he do it again, he's retiring. It's no way. Oh, thank you. You get a. I'm trolling the organization, Detroit Jim. That's what I'm doing. I've been trolling Cleveland. I've been adding them too, trolling them. Please get rid of Shadeur. Give him to us because y'all not playing him. Please, because we need a quarterback. Yeah, he could have pulled something. That don't mean he's injured. I have to watch what I say now. It don't mean he's injured. No, he could have just tweaked something, and he appeared to have tweaked something. You know what I'm saying? If he doing laps in the pool, he's quickly trying to get ready for something. That's what it seemed like. He's trying to work back to get ready for something. Shedeur know more. He's just not gonna say. I'm sure they've already talked to him already. But then again, he was talking to Ray Lewis. So I don't know what they were talking about. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see in due time. But but they're gonna give Dylan another crack at it and against the New York Jets. Now Dylan, he gotta beat the Jets. I'm sorry. But the thing is, the Jets has a good defense. So you can't sleep on their defense, especially their secondary, because Sauce is gonna sit up there and intercept them. So we do have good cornerbacks at the Jets. So he throw that long ball if he want to. Try to throw that Sauce if he want to. He gonna get that ball intercepted. No, he's not. He's not on the injured list. He's not. He's how do you say it day to day? No, he's not on the injured list. You're right about that. He's not. So I'm thinking he just tweaked something. Oh, I'm doing the skits to troll them, Kimberly. I'm trolling them because at this point, I just don't really care for what they did doing to him. So I'm being petty now and trolling them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm adding them every single time so they can see it. I'm gonna just keep trolling them. That's what I'm gonna do. I said for the rest of the season. I'm gonna make a full commercial out of them. They keep it up. It's just ridiculous sometimes. I don't know, man. It's just I was a little sore about it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I was a little sore about it. I said, I'm just gonna make light of it. Because you gotta make light of this stuff. I've been trolling who else I've been trolling my other page. I've been trolling NASA. I've been trolling them too. Because they sitting up here won't let us see this damn space rock that's flying by. If it's a rock, let us see it. That's all I'm saying. Let us see the rock. Ooh, this rock is the biggest that's ever passed through our solar system. It's from interstellar space. Okay, let us see it. What's the problem? Let us see the rock. They won't let us see it. And then Japan leaked some videos. If that video is true, the damn thing got lights on it. Like, how does a meteor got lights on it? What kind of meteor is that? What kind of comet has lights on it? I'm giving up, man. That's why I say I might as well just troll them. I'm gonna troll Cleveland, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Um, but the owner. But check this out. I forgot about this. Did you know on Pro Day when Shedeur, go look now that I'm telling you, go back to Bucky's videos and go look. Now go back to Bucky's video. I like how he archives everything because you go back and see everything. Go to his Pro Day. Jimmy Haslam is there. The damn Browns owner. He's up to something. He was at the Pro Day. He was. And he was asking questions about Shadeur and Draylon Miller. He was. He was the one that was doing it because he was looking at Draylon. Because I told you guys when Shadeur picked Draylon to throw for him, that was big. That means that kid is special. I said Draylon is going to be pro one day. He was having questions about him. Yeah, he was there. So something is up, yo. I think they pulling somebody they playing in our face. Something's going on. Marie, what? Sauce Gardner was traded to the Colts. Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm not a Jets fan anymore. Hold on a second. Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson missed another Jets practice. It was 2 weeks ago. It must have just happened. It must have just happened. It must have just happened. Oh, you know I'm gonna troll now. You know I'm gonna troll for them not giving a Shedeur. Let me check the other one. Viewable to Earth. Here are exactly the coordinates. You can November 4. Hold on, let me see. The sky coordinates. Okay, I'll have to do that on my other page. Did he get traded? Yes, they said it just happened. That's some bull, man. I tell you, boy. That's another organization that I don't like. I don't like them no more. I don't. I don't like them no more. Let me see something. Okay. It must have just happened. Okay. Oh my God. This is a 300-pound. This don't make no sense. Guys, this is a 250-pound player playing Pot Warner. He's 250 pounds. And he's a Pop Warner kid. He's 10 years old. He's 250 pounds. He plays both sides of the ball. He's a three technique. He's also an offensive lineman. He's a running back. Yeah, that's unfair. He, they should have a weight limit or something. Yeah, they definitely losing to the Browns for sure. If the Browns can't beat them, they don't got rid of Sauce. If they can't beat them, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you guys. Max, do you think Shedeur be traded? Nah, nope. I don't think so. They gave up 2 first-round picks for him. Yeah, it's not happening. Shedeur is he not unless they trying to free up something to get Shedeur. I don't know. I doubt it. No, I doubt it. Because they'll just pick up his contract. I doubt it. We'll see. If it happens, I'll be right back. If that happens. If they trade him, I will be back. But I doubt it. They playing though, man. But see, Jimmy Haslam though, he was at his pro day. He was. He was at his pro day, and I believe Andrew Barry was there. They were at the pro day, watching him throw. Yeah, he does make them a contender. He's a really good cornerback. He is. They could be Val. They could be going after a quarterback in the draft. It's not really too many people out there I like though. Oh, Stefanski was there too. Yeah, they playing in our face, guys. They know what they got. They knew Shador was pretty good. They know. Yep. If you go back to Bucky's video, you'll see it. And that you know them, you're like, yeah, they were there. So I saw the owner for sure. I wonder how Prime really feels about Shador's situation. He already kind of said, he said, I don't care about the Browns. I care about 12, though. But I don't care about the Browns. He's already kind of expressed it. Yeah, I believe it was Tommy Reese that said that about Shador. Who was that talked to DJH? Do you remember which coach that said that to Shiloh Sanders? That Shador is very accurate. Was that Tommy Reese? He said he's never seen a quarterback like that in a very long time. That when he throws a off ball, it's not that off. He said it's only by a hand. He said he hasn't seen that in a long time. And then Shiloh was like, yeah, I guess he is pretty good. I got to go back and see if that was Tommy Reese that said that. Because I know he's been working with Shador for a minute. I want to know if that was him. Oh, it was the bowl from the Giants. Yeah. The thing is, the Giants coach said that. I don't really think they had a problem with Shador like the media said they were. They were told not to draft him. That's what happened. They were told not to draft him. They were told not to draft him. They were told not to draft him, yo. And Eric Dickerson said that came from up top. They were told not to draft him. They were told. All teams were told to hold off. But then when he slipped to the 5th round, they said, okay, enough is enough. Go ahead and draft him. Enough is enough at this point. He learned like we got him now. So don't go ahead and like because you remember when he his name was called, they made a whole big pomp and circumstance at the draft. Yeah, he said he has never seen a quarterback that accurate in a long time. He hasn't seen that in a while. When he said when the ball is off, it's only by a hand. That's it. It's not by a yard. It's a hand. The ball, he said, pretty much the ball is always catchable. That's what he said. It's always within range. And he liked Jimmy Horn too. He mentioned something about him. But I think because when it goes back to when he saw Roger Goodell, he said, "Yeah, I need you to do this for my brother." He said, "I'm worried about your dad." He said, "What you worried about him for?" I was like, Something is up there." I didn't know it then, but now we looking back on it, they already had him marked already. But now there's a scramble to try to get him now. Now the team's like, "Yeah, now we want him." So it wasn't the Giants, like how they said that the Giants had a problem with him. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. They didn't have a problem with him. They were told not to draft him. Probably don't draft him. Keep him off your draft boards. Because somebody told him something. Because he had New York Giants cleats made. So somebody lied to him. Somebody told him something like, "Yeah, you going to the Giants," because he had cleats made, and he had Cleveland Browns cleats made. He had the colors of the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, it was an organized hit. And you guys got to understand, if they got a problem with you, they're gonna break you. They're gonna break you before they get you down. They gonna do something to try to humble you. See, they couldn't get him no other kind of way. They couldn't send women to him. You they send women to you. They'll send the girls to you. So they couldn't get that. They couldn't get him on that because he don't go nowhere. He's like isolated. He isolated himself. He don't be on campus. They took all online classes. So they couldn't get him that way. So they don't like his like the way he acts and stuff like that. So they were like, we're gonna break him. We're gonna break him. And it was meant to break him. They'll break him down and build him back up. But it was meant to break his confidence. But it didn't work though. Because he still feel like he the best quarterback. It ain't work. So I'm not so sure they finished with him yet. They're not finished with him yet. I don't think so. But this came from up top. And you got to realize like how did it come from up top? When you think of only I'm gonna say it like this. This is allegedly. When you think of the mafia, who do you think about? The Italians, right? But you don't think about the other ones, do you? They have another mafia too. And they the ones that runs this country. You know what I'm saying? They run the NFL. Okay. Just let you know that. They run the NFL. And it's something we don't know. There's something that Shedeur and them know. We don't know it. That what happened on why they marked him. They marked him. He got marked. And I also believe somebody had a deep problem with them. You remember Goodell nephew played at Jackson State, right? He played at Jackson State. I ain't that's what I'm not gonna say no more. But he did play at Jackson State. Remember Cooper, I'm out of here. I'm out. Boom, I'm out. Fuck you, I'm out. I don't know if he had a problem with that. I don't know. But they got their get back on Prime. They finally got their get back on them. They got their get back. And they kind of they sadistic about it because they tortured him a little bit. They called him and said he about to get drafted. They said psych. I could tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you something about Chauncey, right, real quick. If Chauncey start talking, he getting ready to have an unfortunate accident. I'm almost certain. If he reveal how deep this is, he'll have an unfortunate accident. We'll be saying rest in peace to Chauncey. Rest in peace, man. I know how this society is set up, and they want you to fall in line with what they trying to do. They don't want you to be too braggadocio. They don't want you to be sure of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Um, you are the worker, okay? And that's it. They're not trying to let you have no power like that. And usually they get their money back. It goes right back into their neighborhoods because they send women your way to make sure that happens. To take your resources, but they couldn't do it with him though, so they get him another way. But anyway, he'll eventually play because they know they see value in him. He'll eventually play. But you ever thought about this for a second? These players getting a lot of money, right? They getting a lot of money to you, right? They're just workers. And the moment you hurt your knee or you can't run no more, they throw you right out to pasture. They don't give a fuck if you in risk of catching CTE. They don't care. So that's why I don't mind trolling these people, like the way I'm doing, because I know these people are something else. So, but anyway, he'll play. He'll play. He'll play. But I know the owner, there's something to this owner though, because he was at his pro day. And they made sure they went to his pro day. The owner made sure he went to his pro day. They know Prime anyway. They know him. Like, yeah, let me get a good look at him. Yeah, he did. He said she did introduce him to the piano. And he loved looking at the women oh shit. Yeah, he be trolling. I like Shiloh. He's a funny guy. He wasn't lying about that though. I know he would love looking at the women at JSU. Um, he's a good kid though. But he gonna be like destroying, like how his channel is. His channel is growing as the day go on. So he don't need football, really. But yeah, man, they no, I don't care. Ain't no he's not getting traded to the Jets, man. That's wishful thinking. He's gonna stay with the Browns now that I think about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wonder who from the Browns. I heard Njoku might get traded. I know it's not Shedeur though. That he catching a stray is from his dad. He caught a stray. Something I believe he caught a stray. You have Browns fatigue. See that you got Browns fatigue, and they supposed to play the Jets next. Coming up. I would go to the game, but if I knew Shadeur was playing, I'd go. I'm not trying to see Dylan play, but yeah. So I will see. But what y'all think, man? Can they win against West Virginia, Colorado? Can they do it? Can they go to Morgantown? And to note, after this game, they have a bye week. They had 2 bye weeks this year. I mean, all teams had 2 bye weeks, so this their second bye week. If they could beat West Virginia at up at West Virginia, Morgantown, because that's a hostile environment. They go there and win convincingly, they can win out the last 2 games. If they do that, they got 6 games on the season. They in a bowl game, just like that. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think they just gotta work on next year. Yeah, if Juju play, they have a shot. He really can move in that pocket now. But I'm thinking the coaches knew he wanted the red shirt, maybe. That's why they didn't play him. But I don't know. Coach, he looked like he's over it. He just waiting for the season to be over. Seems like I'm out this motherfucker. I'm out of here. I'm done. He looks like he's over it. Really, really over it. But hopefully I'm wrong. I like to see him coach again. But the way he left that press conference, as a matter of fact, speaking of that, let me see. Let me watch his press conference. At least listen to it. Yeah, at least let me just hear it. Oh, here we go. Do do do. I just caught it. It's 12 minutes ago. All right. So I'm gonna wait for that. His press conference is coming up in a second. So let's hear what he got to say for this week. It couldn't be me. You know what I would say, guys? I'm over it. These kids don't want to play, man. I'm over it. They ain't in their playbook. Yeah, it's not up yet. It'll be up shortly. Look, these kids ain't in their playbook. Nothing. I'm not optimistic either. I would have been like, look, these kids ain't in their playbook, man. Well, coach, what do you mean by that, coach? Oh, you a JSU alum as well, Amber? Oh, shout out to JSU. You live in Mississippi? JSU. This what I'll be like. These kids ain't in their playbook, man. They not locked in. They're like, well, what do you mean about that, Max? Well, ask Ray Lewis. He the one got it out of them. They don't lock in after a game. Oh, you live in Dallas now. Okay. Yeah, they don't lock in. Your dad went to Langston University? Yeah, that's HBCU, right? Langston. Um, my ex went to what's that? HBCU. Xavier in New Orleans. Um, I had a lot of my friends go to HBCU. I could have went HBCU, but I didn't want to play football no more. I had an opportunity to go to Grambling, being recruited by Grambling. But I would if now hindsight is 2020, I should have went. My boy went. He played center there. He was a center. And I had an opportunity to go play tight end. I should have now, if I look back on that, I probably should have gone because that was when Eddie Robinson was still coaching. But was I thinking about? I wasn't thinking. I don't know what I was thinking about. I just didn't. I was done with it. I was done with it. Done with it. Um, but I wish I had got that experience though. The bands and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that marching band, Grambling. Yeah, so Grambling versus Southern game. I went to that game as a recruit, and man, I had a ball. And I was like, bro, thought maybe I should go because my boy went with me. He ended up going there, and he played too. He played his freshman year. Played because they were telling us, they were promising that, y'all could play right now. Um, giving us, a tour and stuff like that, and they had some of the well, they had like a whole recruiting staff, but yeah, it was really nice though. Nice to experience. You said Matt locked in with the boosters. Matt said Salter got 800,000. Lord have mercy. Up front? I heard they paid him up front. Damn. They weren't doing that when I was getting recruited. They weren't doing all that. You lucky you get a scholarship or a walk on. Scout said Max, my dad, is a black scientist in Alpha Phi Alpha. Hmm. I didn't pledge when I was in college. I didn't have time to because I worked during college. Like I had a job. I couldn't I couldn't pledge. Nothing like that. And that's another thing. When we were on our little tour through Grambling, the brothers was what, came up to us like, we had this, the alphas came up, the kappas came by, of course the Qs. Um in 1975, I was in school with Jackie Slater and Robert Brazil, and I saw Doug Williams throw 4 touchdowns against us in 1978. That was Grambling. Then he played for Grambling, right? Damn, you went to school with some of the Hall of Famers, Jackie Slater, Robert Brazil. You know what I'm saying? That's like Clyde. That's like uh some legends right there. A lot of people in Colorado feel like Matt, I think, is the. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I like Coach Prime might be like, "Yo, I'm out, yo." Like at the end of the day, like I'm out. These people don't respect me, yo. I'm out. I'm out. And let's see how y'all do then. I'm out. Because at the end of the day, man, he did a lot. You have to look at this. It's a rebuilding. They don't know what rebuilding is, but they seem to think that his rebuilding was halted because he didn't recruit as much high school players. Because they saying that it's supposed to be the next man up, but he don't have enough high school players. He only been there. This is his third season. It's only his third season. That's why these people don't like him. Because guys, it's his third season. It's his third season. He hasn't been there that long to build a tradition yet. He ain't been there. I can see his fifth year. He ain't been there that long. That's how I know they don't like him. So if a team like Florida State come buy him out his contract, I'll be all for it, yo, at this point. Now they don't care he had can't. They don't. It's hate there. It's real hate. It's hate with the vloggers too. I'm seeing it. I can say names if you want me to. I don't care. But you could just you'll know which ones I'm talking about the way they talk about them. Because ain't nobody was studying your school before he got there. Nobody. Nobody was studying your school. You guys weren't getting recruits like that. No, don't get me wrong. They did have Gonzalez. They did. I give him that. But he transferred to Matt Rule in them. Not Matt Rule, Oregon. He went to Oregon. He went to the NFL through Oregon. Even though he was a good defensive back at Colorado, I'm not gonna lie to you. They had Jerry Rice on there too. They did. So they do get their share every now and then. Oh yeah, I see it now. Hold on, let me see the. Yep, blockbuster NFL trade. Jetson All Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner to the Colts for 2 first-round picks. Adam Schefter. But we heard it here first. You told us here first. You broke the news to us first. So that was the blockbuster trade so far today. Sauce Gardner, New York Jets going to the Colts. Yep. Sauce Gardner is gone. He's headed. Yeah, they need to find those players and they need the money. But I don't believe 800. That what did he say that on his show? Matt that said the kid got 800,000. That's a lot of money, dog. Lee, that's making like that's making then they paid Juju one that he getting like 1 point some million. Damn. 800,000. That kid is set. So how much is that after taxes? Anybody know? Yeah, he was tweaking. How much is that after taxes? Anybody know? If he received an $800,000 check, it was all up front. So that means he got after taxes, he got 635,000 or 640 after taxes because he got to pay taxes on it. That's still pretty good, man. You said 765,000. No, that's no. He paid more taxes than that. 765. That's a good payday, man. That's a good payday. If let's say if it was 765, always do 30%. Okay. Okay. That's a good payday. That's a good payday. Okay. That's a good payday, man. You said minus 30. You said minus 30%. Okay. If it's minus 30%, he received 560,000. 560,000. That's a good payday. I know, guys. 500 is yeah, I just said it. 560,000. That's a good payday. That's why people kept saying 600,000 DJH. They kept saying 600,000 because of the withholding. Yep. So it's 560,000 makes sense. Hey, look, if you put a quarter of a million in an interest bearing account, he don't have to work no more. Just put a quarter of a million in an interest bearing account and then put some in your account, pay off your bills, and then your credit is good. He can go buy real estate and he's straight just off that. But see, the problem is these kids like to be buying them, uh, jewelry and stuff because he got a little neck piece. I saw him. He got a little neck piece. Okay. But that money will run dry. So you got to make sure they do something with it because that money will run dry, especially if you got a girl. Yeah, that's what I said. If you don't handle it correctly, it'll run dry. You said, what's the 4-1 on Shedeur? Nothing. He not getting traded. Sauce Gardner got traded though from the Jets. You said Salter also got the NIL with 7-Eleven. Okay, so he made over 600,000. You said Salter going to get a shot in NFL, maybe as a wide receiver. You said hope his fam tall. I hope he ain't got hands out because the family be having them the main ones that had their hands out. You heard what Travis said, right? Travis said, "My parents ain't young enough to retire. Somebody got to work." Travis said that. Travis Hunter. Told you he a smart cookie. Travis is smart. Him and his wife is smart cookies. They both are. She graduated college early. She graduated way early. She graduated high school early and college early. And I'm gonna tell you something about her. They tried to attack her because they couldn't get to Travis. They couldn't get the right women they wanted to have with Travis. and they didn't want her with him, and they attacked her. They sure did. That's why I wasn't a part of it, because I knew what was happening. Yeah, she got her master's, but they don't talk about that. But see, what they did was they tried to attack her. They still trying. They still trying to attack her. She graduated with honors too. Go check. She sure did. They're like what you call they're smart cookies. Both of them are. And they both act the same, wearing onesies and shit.
Is his coaching legend. I respect the heck out of him, and another chance at the coaching realm, and he is back, and he's coaching with a vengeance. History, Big East, Pac-12 Conference, USA Coach of the Year,
And y'all hear it?
NAIA Coach of the Year. He is a coaching legend to me, and I love the
Or is
passion
it me?
and tenacity and mental and physical toughness that he coaches with, that he aims to
And y'all hear
have
that?
his
Or
team.
is it
Young
me?
freshman quarterback. Solid game. Freshman
Yo,
versus
how do
freshman.
they
We have
got
a
a
freshman
press
who's going to start
conference
for
on
us.
and the sound
They
is
got a
messed
freshman
up?
that did some wonderful things a week ago. They shook up, not the world, but
Yeah, she's a
college
smart
football, the
cookie.
Big 12,
But they
with the
tried
win
to
last week, and I'm proud of them,
attack
but we got
her.
to work
Oh, you can
cut
hear it?
out ahead of us. Walker Anderson, offensive lineman, students of the week, London Merritt, student of the week, high school signees, every high school player. We signed in 23-24, still on the team that started for us since 10 total, and 4 more true freshmen are following suit in the 25 class. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the real. Soccer and volleyball. I heard basketball had a great game. The guard put it on them last
Hold
night.
on one second. I can't
Soccer
hear it
came back
for
from
some
2-0
reason.
halftime deficit to win 3-2 over UCF in the Big 12 tourney. Love my soccer guys, my soccer coaches, all the soccer girls. God bless you. Wednesday versus Kansas City is the best seed left in the tournament. Volleyball is 20-3, doggone it, and 10-1 in the Big 12. And the heads to play Kansas Thursday and Kansas State on Saturday. Travel mercies to the young ladies, and I wish them well. Men hoops survived the scare from Montana State preseason opener last night. Isaiah Johnson led the bus to 24, caught on fire. He's the godson of D. Wade. Women's basketball opens the season Thursday night. Thank you. Love our women's basketball coach to life, and she is awesome, and they're going to be dominant this season. I wish them peace and joy and love and everything. I think that's it. Let's go.
Hey, Coach, hope you're doing well. Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. What went into your decision to give Julian Lewis the nod this week?
Common sense. Common sense.
Jack.
My man, what's going on, Jack?
Doing good. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Just what's your message to the fan base in terms of sticking
Man,
with
let me
guys
tell you
these
something.
final
We have
3
the
games?
best fan base in college football. Supportive, loving, caring. They deserve so much more than what we're giving them right now. I don't want to be the apologetic type of guy, but we're not playing good football right now. They deserve more. They deserve the hope that we gave them over the last couple of seasons that we were going to improve. They deserve more. We're underachieving for them. And my heart goes out to them. I want them to stay supportive, stay in love with the team, not in like, stay in love with the team, because we are trending right behind the curtains. If you really knew everything behind the curtains, we're trending in the right direction. But I appreciate the heck out of our fan base. I really do.
Hi, Coach. Adam Tiger, 24/7 Sports. Hope you're well. With Juju, it looked like maybe it hurt his hand a little bit late in that game. Based on your
He's
comment,
cool.
He's cool.
He's good. He's throwing the heck out of the ball. He's a young kid. We're going to make young kids mistakes, but it's up to the staff to get him prepared, to get him ready so he could be concise and precise. He has to make quick reads and get the ball out of their run when he feels pressure, and just be himself. Just do what you've been doing your whole life.
What were the main things that stood out, good and bad, about his performance?
I don't talk about bad. I don't want to do that. The good things that he got the ball out in certain situations. He saw what was coming, what was happening. He received information and tried to apply it, what he was receiving through the headset, which he did a good job about that. And he was more talkative to his teammates. What I mean by that is you got to communicate with your linemen, your backs, your receivers. You got to let them know that you're there, you're in command, you're in control, and because they're looking for leadership.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing,
Pat?
Pat?
How you doing? Nice to see you. Two-parter. Number one is, can you give us a small peek behind the curtains, what you're seeing that's trending in the right direction that you like?
I say this every week, and I know it seems strange because we go out there and play like garbage. They're practicing right, man. Like they're practicing right. Like they're fighting. The things I challenge them with in the morning meetings are they're accountable. They're accountable to them. The coaches are accountable for what we're doing, and that's on us. Like the way they're performing is on us. It's not on them. I think we got to do a better job of putting them in the right situations to make the plays that they need to make, and they got to give a little effort as well, a little more effort as well in certain areas.
And my second part to that one
Yes,
you after the game, you put it on you, the loss on you. What, after a couple days of reflection, what do you need to do? What do you need to see to
Stay on everybody. It has to be preparation to the fullest, including me. It has to be intellect and understanding what's going to happen, what should be happening, what you see, the correct meeting times, the messages dispersed inside the meeting rooms, attention to details in practice, attention to details in everything we do. More tough on the discipline things. We had been in the top, where was it? Top 25, I believe, in penalties over the season. And we go up there and have 9, 10 penalties that knocks us to a 50-something or whatever it was. I saw it on one of the lists that you gave me. I don't see it right now. But we just got to be better with discipline. So that means guy late for breakfast, guy late for training room, late for this and that. That has to be an understanding that we don't do that, because that stuff translates to the game. It translates to the field. It's your life. If you don't focus on the little things, the big things are going to falter as well.
Hey, Coach. Mark Kislett, Denver Gazette. With the changes in college football and players now being
Covers it.
paid professionals, what in your mind qualifies as fair criticism for a player? And
It
what
is.
does
Everything's
not?
fair. Everything is fair that you guys do until it gets personal.
Okay.
It's okay to talk about the performance. It's okay to talk about me in every realm. But when it gets personal, that's when you're stepping across the lines. You can't step across that line because we don't. If we get personal with you, it's going to be a problem, because you're going to get sensitive. Like we get sensitive in the part when you step across the line with the kids. So that's keep it football related, and we're good.
Okay. So second part of that is you said come after you. After
Yes, sir.
that. As paid professionals, why don't you think players should speak for themselves in a situation
You
like
can't.
this?
You can't. You know what, my man? That's a great question. Let me tell you why. I have a fatherly spirit, and I have an overseer spirit. I'm trying to shield my guys from certain things that may harm them. I know the temperature of the room. I know if they can't handle this at this time. Certain guys can, certain guys can't. I can't differentiate those guys and tell you, you can talk to them, but you can't talk to them. I don't want to do that. So my job is to protect them and put an umbrella around them until I feel like they're ready for the attacks and the assaults and ready for the social media gambit, which they're dealing with right now. So that's just me being a protector, a guardian, and a father, which we all call coach back in the day.
John Treach, 9 News. Coach, you consistently talk about a championship standard and don't flinch from those expectations. But at 3-6, have the goals changed for the program?
Yeah, we're not happy with 3-6. You think I'm excited sitting up here like right now? No, I'm excited. I'm not excited. I got to answer these type of questions. I want to answer those type of questions about this guy played his butt off. How we're going to attack this team again next week. What we're going to do is this guy, how we're going to use Mario and Miller, how we're going to use this guy, the secondary banged up. Okay, what are you going to do? Those kind of transactions and transitions that we're doing. I want to talk about it like that, but I understand. It is what it is. I'm not happy by any means, and we're underachieving. And I got to fix it.
Hey, Coach, how you feeling?
What's going on, boss?
Not too much. Scott Proctor, DNVR. You mentioned earlier about, Juju, like it's going to be on like your staff to make sure he's prepared for kind of his first career start. What gives you the confidence that, you all have the right things and people in place to make sure that he develops into the quarterback that we know he can be?
What I see, what I know, what I've experienced, it's not just the staff to develop these young men. These young men got to develop on their own too, mentally, physically, psychologically. They got to mature as well in the process as well. So, and they got to want it on their own off. I've never seen a great player not work his butt off when it wasn't even practice time. Like all the great, we just had Ray Lewis in. I mean, he's known for working. All the guys that we have that are Hall of Famers in the locker room, they're known for working. Like you got to work. It's like a marriage between your skill set and your work ethic. Then the coach just put his on top, and the rest is history. But they got to want that like that. They got to want it. And it's up to us to make sure we have those guys in the locker room and find those guys as well. You too.
Ryan Scholes from Ralph Report, you mentioned it'll be a freshman versus freshman matchup with
Yes,
Juju
sir.
and Scotty Fox-Lewis. When you go back and you watch that tape from the Arizona, or the Houston, West Virginia game, what do you see from Fox Jr. in West Virginia?
He did some good things. Ran the ball, threw the ball, made some good decisions, key plays in certain situations that he made. But the defense, they made some great plays as well to put him in those situations. So I saw a team effort, not just a singular guy's effort, but they did some good things for him and with him to stay in his comfort zone.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. A couple questions for you. Will Caden be your number 2 going into this week?
Probably. I don't know yet.
Okay. And then just want to ask you this, Shedeur was here this last weekend, and, Bucky had a video up there, and Shedeur
Yeah.
was saying there's not a lot of alphas on this team.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry. I didn't watch it. I didn't hear it.
Okay, it was there. I mean,
Got you.
he was asked what's the difference, and he says there's no alphas on this team.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, just in recruiting, how hard is it to find whether a guy is an alpha or not?
Well, that's hard when you're recruiting by a lot. Because there's a lot of people trick-or-treating. And you got to cut through the tape. You got to do the right backgrounds. You got to call the barbershops, to youth football coaches. You got to call certain people around the neighborhood that know those guys and saw how they were and who they were when they grew up. Because if you want an alpha young, you're not going to be an alpha old. That don't change. Like alpha is an alpha. Like that's just how you get down. You walk in the back or the front. That's what it is. So it's up to us to do our due diligence to attract those type of guys and find it and identify those type of young men. I know what he's talking about. I didn't hear him say it.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach. Harrison Simeon, Boston SI. Last week I asked you about changing responsibilities among your assistant coaching staff.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, those things happen behind the scenes. You tweak things.
Yeah.
At what point, though, after some of these losses, do you kind of lose trust in having the people in the right spots?
I might already change it and you don't know. I don't do stuff and blow the whistles in and make major announcements. Hey, I don't do that kind of stuff. I do it and I let you guys still take shots. You don't even know you may be shooting at the wrong target. So some things take place that you may not be privy to.
At what point would we figure? At what point would they be changes that we do notice, though?
That's up to you to notice them. They may have already happened.
Football is your business, but health is way more important. At least it is to me.
Football is not my business.
Okay.
Football is my passion, man. Football is like my lady. She's like my wife. Like I love her. I do. So it's more than business to me. Business is the other stuff. That's business. This is my heart is in this.
Do you feel, your health challenges has been as real as they can?
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with the win and loss column.
You don't think so?
No. I ain't playing. I wish the world I could. Especially corner right now. We're short. I wish I could go out there and play some corner right now. But no, but I got to do a better job in this whole thing. That's on me. So it has nothing to do with my health.
Does it change, does your health issues change your desire to do this job at all?
No. I just told you when you said, what'd you say the first thing you said?
Mark.
This job was what? My
Football's your business.
It's not my business. I told you I'm passionate about it. I love her. This ain't business. My relationships ain't business. It may end up in business like they have, but it's not business. They start off right. They end up in business. They start off right.
Last question.
I like your questions, man.
Hey, Coach. Shane Holcomb, Scope of Sports. This is your team's first 10 a.m. body clock kickoff this season.
Thank God.
Has that changed any of your preparation, considering you guys are traveling across the country for the first time this
Yeah,
year?
but we're morning. We practice at 9, so I think that's 10 East Coast, correct? Or 8, something like that, East Coast. Yeah.
Noon East Coast 10.
Yeah, but so it's 10. It's 10 here. Oh, I'm thinking 10 there. 10. I'm sorry, I'm off. I like it. We're a daytime team, man. We perform better in the morning. I'm sorry, we perform better in the morning because that's when we normally get up and we normally get after. Like we're done with practice already. All they have next is meetings and maybe a walkthrough here and there.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Thank you. Somebody give me something so I can clean this up. I can't let nobody clean this up. I got to clean up my own mess, right?
Clean up what you missed.
There you go.
All right. What do you guys think? Hey, what did he I missed the part. He said, it was like I might have made some changes now. You just don't know it. I may have made the changes already. Yo, I was laughing. Well, we know that Juju is starting. Okay, so Juju is starting. He said, "Will Caden be like the number 2 quarterback?" He said, "We'll see. We'll see about that." He don't be giving them nothing, yo. He don't. He don't be he don't be giving them nothing, yo. He says common sense. Why you put Juju? It's common sense. Common sense. I put him in common sense. Next question. They don't know how to press him. And they're not getting anything. I wish I'd go up there. They don't get anything. They don't get nothing. Nothing from him. Yeah, old prime time turned to daytime. Because this is the first time that game is going to be early. That might mess them up too. Like to play so early. You said when Sean Lewis got demoted, Lewis put the news in the media himself. Okay. Yeah, Prime said, I may have made the change already. May have done it already. They was like, well, when we gonna know? He said, when you find out, when you notice. That's hilarious. He said, I don't like the broadcast. It may have been done already. I know they've been giving a lot of late games, 10:30 p.m. games, 7 p.m. games. This time it's like 10:30 in the morning. What? Yo, Prime is hilarious, yo. He don't give them nothing. He don't give them nothing. What went into putting Juju? Common sense. It's common sense. Common sense, man. And I would have said, well, Prime, what took you so long? And well, I had to go through it. I said, Prime, like, damn, I mean, like, it's been 2 weeks in a row. You could have put him in earlier. But is it because Juju is preserving his red shirt? Yeah, softer trick or treating. Listen, but it ain't. Listen, he won. Salter won. He got over 500,000 after taxes. He won. Now the thing is, if he blowing his money, that's it. Because if everybody got their hand out in his family and stuff like that, he gonna be broke. And if he got a girl too, he gonna be broke. Straight up. If he don't know how to like fix it, know what to do, he'll be broke. Or because he gotta do. But now let me ask you this: when they pay you that, do they also pay your room and board? That's my question. Or are you responsible to pay your own room and board? Because it's expensive up there. Yeah, he won for himself, but not for the team, for sure. Hey, Ryan, Sauce Gardner from the Jets got traded to the Colts. You said they still got scholarships? Yeah, that's Ocean's 11 going on up there. Scholarships pay the room board. I'm talking about the ones that got apartments. Who paid for those? Yeah, Sauce Gardner got traded to the Colts for 2 first-round picks. They traded all pro Sauce Gardner, man. Listen, Salter won. He didn't win for the team, but he won for himself. You gotta show respect to him. You gotta give it up to him, man. He played all them years in college and turned it into a payday. You gotta give it up to him, man. Straight up. You gotta give it up to him. Shoot, they breaking bread up there. Some of them players looking like Mr. T. They got so much chains on. Okay. They not outdoing Bucky, though. Ain't nobody outdoing Bucky. DC had the gloves on. Bucky had the black gloves on with the rings. Lord have mercy. Buck ain't nobody outdoing Bucky. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody outdoing Bucky. That's just what it is. Okay. He had the black gloves on with the ring. Come on, man. Bucky Liberace. Okay. That's just what it is. But that's opulence. Bucky is pure opulence. Shout out to Bucky, man. You said Salter may spoke with Chance. You heard me? Sauce may have spoke. I mean, oh my God, man. Chauncey did talk to the team, remember? He might have spoke to Chance. Chauncey said, I can get another 300 for you. I can get, just make sure they lose. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Chance. Chance. And he did go to Colorado. Colorado was whooping the spread all last year. You say you hope Miami go get Shedeur. You said there was money to be made, and Salter got that money. You got to give it up to him. He ain't playing no more this season. I hope not. They should have been put Juju in, man. Because he's sitting there with 1.1 million in NILs and I don't know how much they paid him on the back end, but he got the NILs like valued at 1 million. And I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nobody on that team worth the money. Nobody. For your record to be like that, y'all ain't hitting on shit. That's how we used to say it back in the day. Y'all not hitting on nothing. They not. And I hate to say it, they're not hitting on shit. Like you need to get in that camera, you need to be out there producing. He can't release them. He already paid them. This money got paid up front, David. They got paid up front. I mean, shit, I would much rather have Arch Manning right now. I would much rather have him. Damn. Nobody is worth the money, Max. I mean, if anything, you can get the money, y'all gotta be giving supreme effort. Cause Matt McChesney wilding out right now. He wilding, yo. It's straight disrespect intended. Straight up. Straight disrespect intended, man. Straight up. He don't have no more respect. He said, man, they sitting up there not learning the fight song. He said they don't even know the fight song, man. Like that. He said they sitting up there rapping Big X the Plug after the game. Yeah, he not liking it. He just think they're trash. And Coach Prime just said it. He said what I said yesterday. You're not going to win if you're not putting the effort in. You're not watching film. He said it. Ray Lewis said it. You're not going to win like that. They got to go find them. They got to go find the people that's going to be into it. They got to go find them now. But like he said, it's a lot of people out here trick-or-treating. Yeah, they act like they're in high school. That's a high school team. Colorado's a high school team. Okay? They not beating nobody in the SEC. Not one. Yep. They're not. They don't have all the they don't have all the pieces yet. You got to go find them. You know? They don't have the study. They're not studying like they're supposed to. Like Coach Prime said, you got talent plus you study, and then the coaches come secondary. Like that's what I'm saying. Everybody keep putting on the coaches. Nah, man. I've already said it. Give me somebody that got the spirit of LeVar Arrington. Let me go find that person. Let me go find the spirit of Lawrence Taylor. Let me go find the spirit of whoever, like Ray Lewis. Let me go find that. Let me go find the spirit of Randy Moss, man. These kids is acting. They're not about that. I could tell by the way they look. I could spot a dog just by looking at him. I could spot a dog by looking at him and the way he talks. Chidozie is one of them. You could tell by the way he looked and the way he talked. The rest of them, they faking it. There's no way. They garbage. I'm sorry to say it. It's a garbage team. They garbage. All of them are garbage. All of them. They have to be because they're a team, right? So as a team, you're garbage. So that's just the way it is. Yeah, the people aren't studying. They're not going to the NFL. They're definitely not going. And they probably don't care. Like, look, I'm not going to the NFL. I'm just here to have. I'm here for a vibe. I'm vibing it. I'm just here for the vibe. You know, because everybody not going, but they need to go find the players that's on the fast track to the NFL. They need to go find them. They need to go find the Caden Proctors of the world. They need to go find them. But Shadozi wouldn't have been talking to you, David. He wouldn't have been talking to you. He was talking to certain people. He was looking at them. You said they think they rich now. Yeah, they do. They act like it. I mean, you go look at their Instagrams. You'll see it. They so busy taking pictures on the Instagram. I would not be taking no pictures on Instagram and I got my butt kicked 2 weeks in a row. Never. They don't care. So they got to go find the players that care. And they'll get them in high school. I think, because what did Coach Prime say about Juju? Did he say that he had to be more vocal? What did he say? I missed that part. Did he say he had to be more vocal? And I think that's might be why he wasn't playing. Hey, Ryan, you ever seen Ocean's 11 or Ocean? It might have been Ocean's 12. You remember when they were calling each other to find out if they still got money or not? Because they had to pay dude back. They had to pay dude because the dude caught on to that they robbed him. And they called the Asian kid. Did you see how he was dressed? Did you see how the Asian kid was dressed? That's how they are. You could tell he just came into some money. Oh, he was saying that Salter wasn't vocal. And he's a 5th-year senior? And he not vocal? Yeah, you remember how he had the fancy sweatsuit on in the jury? That's how they are. They just came into some money. Man. And the problem is with the money players hating on him. Right. If another player is not getting some money and he'll walk on, he ain't getting no check. And he's seeing all these other people. Man, come on, man. But you know what I would do? It's real easy to get money there. Okay, here's the blueprint. Because I know how these old school coaches are. So look, here's the blueprint. If I'm on a practice squad, right? I'm gonna be studying film like my life depended on it. Okay. I'm gonna be lifting weights, working out like my life, like I ain't gonna live if I don't do it. And I'm gonna take it out on a practice. I'm gonna tell the coaches, I'm gonna embarrass your first team today. They're getting embarrassed. My man is getting embarrassed. I'm gonna embarrass him right in front of you. And I'm gonna play. And at the end of the year, I'm gonna get my money. They're gonna pay me because I'm gonna have value. It all is production on the field. Production on the field will get you money. He's had last season Heisman Trophy winner come from that team. Well, they had Shiloh, they had Silman Craig, they had Chidozie. Okay. They had Chidozie there. So they had a lot of pieces to the puzzle on defense. But it is hard to believe they produced a Heisman Trophy winner. But this team wasn't it though. A lot of the big dogs left. The last remnants of it is Arden Walker and Twin. One of the twins. You know I'm talking Keaton Wade. Those are the last remnants of it. But I do like Tafik though. They got something in Tafik. They do. But you saw when Juju was on the sidelines. You saw when Juju was on the sideline, he was telling receivers, when I make this hand gesture, I need you to do this. Yeah, man, he it. He's it. He know what he's doing. See, I think they just don't worry about his age. If he ready to go, he ready to go. Don't worry about it. He's ready to go. Some young people are just ready. They're ready to go. And look like he got bigger since he been there. Yes, DJH. He played in the last game. But yeah, I think he might have been injured. Yeah, he was. Because I saw him in street clothes in one of the games. He just had the jersey on and sweatpants. Yeah. I like Stoutmeyer, though. Stoutmeyer is a dog. I like him. Juju didn't have any fear in his eyes. Salts was always, yeah, Juju just focused. He was locked in. I bet you he watched film, too. I bet you he does. And how fitting was it for him to throw his first touchdown and Shedeur was watching? He did it in front of Shedeur. You see how big Shedeur is compared to them now? You see how big he is? He's gotten bigger since he's been to the NFL. He actually came back as an NFL quarterback. Okay? He's transformed into a NFL quarterback. He looks like it. Yeah, that's a big guy, man. Shadeur's a big guy, man. He like 6'2". 6'2" or whatever, 6'2" and a half or something like that. But yes, he's well noticeably bigger. Even Coach said it. Because Coach didn't see him since July. How you think he felt seeing his boy walk in there, man? He had to go see his old man, talking about he wasn't going. Yeah, he was. Talking about he wasn't going. I ain't going. I ain't going. Yes, he is. He had to go see his old man. Lord, he need to go see his old man. His old man. His old man going through it, yo. So he had to go see the old man, yo. He had to go see his old man, yo. Because his old man going through it, man. Look, he had to take Prime on a walk. Come on, let's go on a walk. Yo, let me leave Prime alone, yo. Let me not laugh because it's not funny. He had to take Prime on a walk. You see what I'm saying? Come on, Dad, let's go on a walk. Oh man. Oh my God. He had to go take his dad on a walk, man. He said, boy, did you hear him? He said, boy, I missed you, boy. He said, I missed you, boy. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did miss him. Because you know what? No matter how bad it got, he knows Shedeur wasn't going to quit. He knows Shedeur had the potential to make a big play. It was always the potential. Yeah, it was great seeing them together, man. He had to go see his dad. He had to. Because even I said it. What you mean you're not going for you're not going on your bye week? What you talking about? You getting treatment. You get treatment at Colorado. That's what I thought. Go get treatment up there. And here he come. You see what I'm saying? He had to come in Shedeur fashion, private jet. You see what I'm saying? When he got off the jet, I'm like, damn, that's the NFL quarterback. He's important. That's the Cleveland Browns quarterback. Okay. He's part of the Cleveland. He's a Cleveland Browns quarterback. Come on, man. Getting off that plane. That's VIP getting off the plane, man. That's Mr. Sanders getting off the plane. I felt that. You know he's always happy to see Bucky. You know, Bucky's the big brother. He always happy to see him. Shiloh's somewhere trolling. He's somewhere. I think he was there too. But Shedeur, I remember they had a reality show when he was a little kid. Now to see him get off that plane as the Cleveland Browns quarterback, yo, he looks like the quarterback. He looks like it. He looks like the franchise quarterback. That's what he looks like. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of time, man, before he gets the opportunity. But I believe he tweaked something. So if he tweaks something, they're not going to play him. They're definitely not playing him. The only way they play him is unless they really want to beat the Jets. They'll play him. But I don't know. Why risk it? If he's not ready, I wouldn't risk it. But something is up, yo, because I forgot they went to his pro day. I forgot about that. So, yeah, man, they be like, yeah, man, we just going to keep him on the bench for right now. Like that. But yes, he looks like the quarterback, yo. He got that look to him. He's the quarterback. You said how many steps? Yeah, man. 3 steps. That's an expensive plane. That wasn't the regular jet that they ordered. That wasn't the regular one. He had the 3-step joint. Okay, that's important. He had the 3-step. He only took 3 steps to get off that plane. I noticed that. I'm like, wait a minute, he got the 3-step joint. Yeah, because he's the quarterback. He's a quarterback in the National Football League. He's a National Football League quarterback. That's some big shit, man. Okay. You say come off about money. He seems like he'll brush it off when the players rig gain some money. It could be a situation that they rigging it. If it is, they need to go look at Salter first. And it's easy to find out. Y'all know that, right? That's easy. All you got to do is follow the money trail. Just have a forensic investigator look at his accounts to see if he getting some money under the table or not to account and do like an investigation on him. They'll find it. But I don't know. I'm not going to, I don't want to keep saying that because I can't prove it. It's just speculation. I don't want to like put that jacket on nobody. Maybe he's just horrible. That could be it too. So some people are moving. Some people, like you said, trick or treating. They got the costume on like they're quarterback. You said, look at the players on the team with no NIL or no scholarships. But I already said how that could quickly change. That could quickly change. It depends on your production. Like, okay, so if you're a walk-on, right? All you got to do is put the time in the film because the coaches are going to see it. They're going to see that you're watching a god-awful lot of film. They're going to see it. Because on the system, they could track how much hours you watching on film, okay? So they're going to see it. That's going to get them to notice you. Now you just got to bust your ass in practice. Because now you don't watch film, you should know where to go. You should know what you're doing. Because you in your playbook and you busting your ass on film. And next thing you know, that's going to get you an opportunity to probably go out there and play. And now you're going to kill it because you're watching film like nobody's business. So you're going to be in position to make those plays. That's what's getting you the money. You'll get your money. You just got to produce it. You'll get your money. If not, other teams are seeing it. Other teams are watching. They're like, all right, we got some money for you. There was a player at the school I used to go to. He wasn't offered no scholarship out of high school. He was a walk-on the team, right? This kid bust his ass. The coach even mentioned, he said he watched so much film. They said that they had to question him. They said that, do you leave your computer on while the film is going? He said, no, I'm watching it. And they like, damn. Next thing you know, he's in the weight room. He stays in there late night watching TV and then working out. And now he worked his way up to like the second string. And then from there, he worked himself into the starting five. He's his basketball. The next thing you know, $1 million came his way. Somebody blessed him with $1 million. And guess what? He still was busting his ass. You know what he said to the coach? I'm on my way to the association. He said, what? He said, I'm trying to get to the association, the National Basketball Association. That's where I'm trying to get to. Okay. I'm trying to get to the association. That's what he said. That's what he's working on. This ain't good enough. I'm trying to get there. And guess what? He's on his way to the association. He is on his way. The next year's draft, his name should be getting called. Ain't that crazy? He came there I'm talking about a true walk-on. I'm talking about they had open practice. He got on like that. He was attending the school, but he got on like that. That's how he got on. Now he's on his way to the league. So effort and determination trumps talent any day. Any day. And guess what? Some people didn't even know he went to the damn school because he's so damn busy in his damn playbook. And so busy in the film room. In the weight room, he ain't had no time to go to no parties. No time. Okay? He's trying to go somewhere. And that's how it worked. These kids ain't trying to watch film. That's what Coach just said in the interview. He said, you got skill, but you have to prepare. And he said Ray Lewis got that out of him. They didn't prepare. Only 3 people raised their hand. And then the coaches just put their little sprinkle on. The coach ain't got nothing to do with it. The hell with the coaches in their scheme. The hell with that. I'm trying to sit there and watch the goddamn film to learn my opponent. Okay? Guess what? Say one play calls me to be in a certain box area. Okay, the shaded area, that's my area. But guess what? I just peeped something. They're going to roll this way, so I'm not going to be in my area. I'm going to go make a play. Okay? That's what Coach said. He need people to make plays. Okay? You don't, because if you don't watch the film, okay, I'm just going to stay in my little shaded box area because this is my area. I'm going to stay here. If you see that the ball is going to area, you anticipate and go there because you don't watch the film. So you go that way. You go off instinct. They're not doing that. They're not doing it. But there's a lot of people in the NFL that's doing it. They watch a lot of film and they know where they're supposed to be. So it's cool. Like I said, they got the money and then they don't feel like they don't know how to play no more. They Hollywood, but that money going to run out and ain't nobody going to be talking about them no more. Guess what? I'm going to tell you somebody, well, I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't know how he was in practice. But one of the kids that they let go, but they didn't let him go. He left. His name is Colton Hood. I want y'all to go on YouTube and find a video of him talking about film and him breaking it down. They lost that one. I don't know how they lost him. To this day, I don't know how they lost him, but they did. They also lost Makai Hillgreen. They lost him. And I heard that they didn't want him. I heard that. So my question today for Coach Prime, I said, Coach Prime, you lost a lot of prominent players. How the fuck y'all lost Makai Hillgreen? That's my question to you. How did y'all you can't, because you're not gonna win if you keep losing these players. You're losing the dogs. Like, how are you losing these dogs? That's what I would ask them. Yeah, they don't need to play him at this point, Detroit. Let Shedeur heal up, and that's it. They have to give Dylan the shot because he did get drafted before him. So let him have it. But I'm pretty sure they're not putting Shedeur the only thing I didn't like what they did with Shedeur though. I didn't like this. So I'm a little hesitant when I say this. I'm gonna tell you why. In the preseason game, they put him in the game against people that they knew they weren't going to keep. Talking about the offensive lineman. And he almost got his neck broken. I didn't like that. And I saw how they were laughing. I didn't like that. That I didn't like. But I think they put him through some type of ritual. They're trying to humble him for some reason. But the thing is, they got to watch how they do that because with his attitude, when he do the watch and everything, he needs that. He needs that. That's a part of his thing. You don't want to take that away. The way he acts and stuff, you don't want to take that away. You want him to keep doing that because that's a part of him. You don't want to take it away. You don't want him to be afraid to do it. No, you need him to have that chip on his shoulder so he can play. You need to be like, you said they put him through a him ritual. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you really think you him, huh? Okay, you him? Okay, well, let's see if you're going to go through this little ritual we got for you to see if you really him. No, he really thinks he's him, but he has to keep thinking that because how are you going to compete at that level if you don't think you're him? Right. And that's his marketability. You know what I'm saying? He got the merch, this and that. And look, I like when he brushed his shirt, that he dusted the dust off his watch. I love that shit. He's like, hold on, let me dust this off. Now here come Tom Brady ass. Well, I don't like when the quarterbacks um uh celebrate by themselves. I don't like it. Tom, shut up. Okay? Shut up, Tom, because you could have got him. He mad. He mad because he can't. Tom, shut up, man. Okay? Shut up. Okay, but he talking about all quarterbacks, though. He is. He don't like when they do that. But and then he gonna talk about, well, these head coaches don't know how to develop their quarterbacks. They don't know how to develop. They don't show their quarterbacks how to watch film. He talking about Stefanski. But see, the thing is, Tom, y'all had y'all opportunity, but I guess y'all were told not to draft him. Yeah, they do want him, but see, here's the thing. They thought that he was going to get cut. So then they can just go slide there. Come on, Shadeur, you coming with us. I'll show you what to do. And then what did Tom, he already lied. What did he say? He ain't got no involvement with the team. Right? He talking about he ain't got no involvement with the team, but then during the game, we see him with the headset so on talking to the damn quarterback. Yeah, I'm through with Tom, man. Like for real. But you know what? If he gets Shedeur, he gonna be all grinning and shit. Yeah, Shedeur coming with me. Because now me and Shedeur gonna sit down and look at these defenses. Tom, sit down, man. He talking about he ain't have no involvement with the team. And that's Tom Brady. You don't think they're gonna consult with you about a quarterback, sir? Of course they are. David, I don't know, man. I was just putting it out there to see what y'all say because the only reason why I say the red shirt part, because it makes sense. Why can't I preserve my 4 years of play? You know what I'm saying? So if he do come back to Colorado, he could start fresh. I got a whole another year. I didn't lose anything. Yep. He got there early. I give him that. He got there mad early. So he had a year under his belt to learn that playbook. Okay. He learned the playbook. He lifted some weights. He got bigger. He's only going to get bigger. And it's only benefit him for next season. That's why I tell people Coach Prime is rebuilding. He rebuilding. So, okay, yeah, they're going to get blown out. If they get blown out next one, okay, cool. It ain't going to surprise nobody if they get blown out again. Because they can't stop the run. They can't stop the run to save their life. They can't stop it. Okay. So what you think West Virginia about to do? They about to sit there and try to run the ball down our throats. That's it. And let me tell you what's gonna happen though. They gonna sit up there and fix themselves to try to blitz Juju like crazy, and he gonna burn them. He is going to burn them. Let him try to blitz him and see what happens. And see when he throw that ball away. He get out the pocket real quick and throw the ball away or catch the open man. Tom is mad because the Browns, they not on code no more. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to, yeah, go ahead and let him go. You know what I'm saying? Teach him a lesson, then we're gonna go pick him up. Because the Jets coach, now the Jets owner feels a different type of way. He feel like he got lied to. Well, ain't nobody tell him that he should have did his research, but he was told not to draft him, I'm sure. So we'll see what happens today. But look, guys, it ain't no news coming out about Shedeur. He not getting traded, man. Ain't no news come out yet. Let me see before I get off. Nothing. Nothing. Browns release grim injury update on Shedeur. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Browns announced Shedeur Sanders development on Monday. Yeah, they're gonna make a decision on him. They're watching him. They have to make a evaluation on his health. So he tweaked something. He tweaked something. He's not getting traded. They're not gonna trade. They not trading him. They're not gonna trade him. Not all them jerseys he's selling. Mm-mm. They gonna keep him. And plus, Shador is not bad mouthing him. He said he likes what he's doing. And I heard that, everybody like him in the locker room. So yeah, he's this shit. They be like, he happy, we happy. Shit, we ain't gotta play him right now. He not complaining. He not. He's not complaining at all. And when Dylan made that touchdown, Shador was right there to congratulate him. And then Dylan was talking to him too. They talk to each other. It's not a bad situation with him in that locker room. So they're like, look, we'll play him when we want to play him at this point. And they know he's a good kid. They know he's not gonna buck at him, right? They not. They know he's not gonna do that. So we just play him when we want to play him. But they did say that they may play him the last 4 of the season to get him going. Yeah, why would he complain? No, he should have been getting paid a little bit more, Ryan. He missed out on $50 million. They gave him like the standard rookie contract, but it's still more than the average person, though. You're right. Yeah, he trusts in the process. And they know that. They said we can take our time with him. Now I start to figure it out. I'm like, yeah, they probably like, yeah, we can take our time with him. He not tripping. We're gonna sit up here and let Dylan go through the Lions Den. I mean, I feel bad for Dylan. He got Superman sacked. Did y'all remember that sack? The dude just jumped up in the air and got him. I'm like, oh my God. Dylan got Superman sacked, man. He could be, Charmaine. He could be. But he may have tweaked it though. So, because you remember when the lady had him walking backwards on the plane, he was walking kind of gingerly. So he is going through something. Yeah, Dylan got Superman sacked. That's not bad. That's not good. And Dylan was pissed too. Do you see how he grabbed that dude by the neck? Dylan was pissed. And did you see when he got sacked? Because he's so small, the dude sacked him. The dude legs and his legs went off the ground. When like what the fuck? You imagine somebody hit you from the side and both your legs is off the ground now. Both your feet is off the ground. That's what happened. I was like, oh my God, this kid gonna get hurt. This kid gonna get hurt, man. So Shedeur, back or no back, he might have to get up out there. He might have to. But the thing is, they might go with Bailey Zappi because if Shedeur still tweak with his back, they're gonna go with Bailey Zappi for the Jets. Because if the Shedeur go out there and if it's an issue with his back and he injure his back, then guess what? Now he out for, so yeah, that was messed up when Dylan got sacked like that. Because I get the dude was he hit him so hard that both their legs went off the ground. You go with Bailey Z, man. Shit, give Bailey some run. He getting a little change. Shit, he not complaining. Getting about 900. The 6th-round pick for defensive end. That happened a little while ago, Shainka. Okay, so it is some activity coming out of the Browns now. Plus, Shedeur is a likable kid. I know they don't dislike him, like, because he's not causing any problems. You know what I'm saying? And he probably bought into, they like, we're going to bring you along slowly. That's it. Like that. I'm starting to feel that that's the thing now because my mind changed a little bit because I'm like, man, is he really injured, man? But then when I saw him getting that treatment, I said, yeah, he really is. Not injured, but he tweaked something. He'll get his chance to start eventually. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna go with Dylan to see what Dylan go. See, now the Jets ain't got Sauce Gardner. So he ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? He should be able to air that ball out. So we're gonna see what Dylan does. If he lose to the Jets, though, they might have to put Shedeur in. Shit. Oh, to the Bears? Damn. Yeah, okay. I heard that he was gonna get traded. Hold up, what is Diddy doing? Diddy bragging in prison about President Trump pardoning him early next year. Diddy bragging in prison about President Trump. Okay, he about to get a pardon. You heard me, guy? Diddy bragging in prison talking about he about to get a pardon early next year. So he just chilling. Like, I'm about to get out of here anyway, man. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go live on that and on another channel, Ryan. I'm gonna have to do that. But listen, Shedeur is rehabbing. So he really is rehabbing because I know he said he had to get his treatment. But we'll wait and see, man, what happens with him. On my other channel, Naisha. Let me see. I just went live. Did I go live over there, Ryan, earlier? I'm gonna have to go live again. Oh shoot. It's always something. I feel like the news, man. Let me see. Share. Okay. Yeah, that's my channel. I give it to you right there. And pleasure talking to you guys as always. I'll be back if something break off. If Shedeur go to the Jets, y'all ain't gonna hear the last of it. I promise you this. Y'all be like, here he come. You won't hear the last of it, but that ain't happening. That's wishful thinking. That's not happening. Not happening. It's not happening. So it's all good. What is this going on? All right. Well, I will catch you guys on the next one. You said if you did, I wasn't one. Yeah, I did earlier. Trump will be. I don't think so, JG. You buying into I wouldn't. I don't wish death on nobody, man. Like for real. That's like, let me get up out of here. That's a bad omen, man. Because every time that happens, somebody I know pass away. I will never do that. Wish no death, man, for real. It's just stressful up in there, man. The job is stressful. You said Williams traded from Jets. I know. We'll see. Now, Shedeur come back, then, yeah, you know I'm going to come back ASAP. Make no mistakes about I'll be back ASAP. All right, guys, good talking to you. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, y'all.